Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Thursday. It's April the 6th, 2023, our one and only April the 6th in 2023, the only one we're ever going to get. We can never replicate this day again. It's incredible. Just think about that. The one and only time April the 6th, 2023 will play out in front of our eyes. Is this exciting or what? How you doing? We're closed tomorrow. It's option expiry day today. Option expiry Thursday because of the Easter long weekend. Richard Carlin, thank you so much for being the number 3 thumbs up right off the get. You're the first one to nail it and tell me what thumbs up number you were. I know there were two people ahead of you. One is me because I always give myself a thumbs up. So I like what I do. But somebody else was number 2, but they didn't tell me what number they are. You're the first one to say, Bruce, I'm the third thumbs ups for your show today. You only have 197 to go, and you're going to hit 200 thumbs ups today, Thursday, April the 6th. Thank you, Richard, for your support and your kind following of this channel as a member. I love you, buddy. Deep Value, number 5. I'm here, George. Sebastian, number 8. Don't forget about me. Good morning, everybody. Bama Babe is here. John Anderson's here. Karen, number 12. They're big fella. I'm here for you. JJ, good morning. Flint Creek, 13th thumbs up. JJ, keep your head clear and don't fall for the clickbait headlines, people. JR, number 14, good morning, everybody. B. Tizzle, good morning, everyone. Hector Salamanca, number 16, thumbs ups, good morning. Drew, number 18, Financial Mischief, good morning, everybody. Beach Boy, Christina, are you checking if this thing is on? Sell My House Fast Up on Marlboro, number 19, good morning. Jeff, 25th thumbs up. Christina, is this thing on? Maria, number 30, thumbs ups. Beach Boy, I'm number 22. I'm late, but I made it. And Ricardo is in the house lurking. Welcome all to the channel, the show, the greatness, the hopes, the wishes, the dreams, the aspirations, and good times on Stock Markets with Bruce from Palm Desert, California, where last night, Jennifer and I did something last night we've not ever done before down here. We did our Gold Bagel member primetime show last night, 1 hour early just yesterday, so that we could get out of here a little quicker because we went to see something we had never seen before down here in the desert. And what is that? We went to the hockey rink and we caught the the local American League hockey team here from Coachella Valley, the Thunderbirds. Brand new franchise. They're the Seattle Kraken NHL farm team against the farm team of the Calgary Flames from our hometown, the Calgary Wranglers. And interestingly enough, both teams were tied for first place in the Pacific Division. And the winner of the game last night was going to be number 1 with like 5-6 games to go in the season. And we went to this brand new rink they built just last year here in the desert. Big parking lot, big building. And we had a couple of seats and watched a hockey game live here in town with about, I would say, 6,000 others. I would say a crowd of about 6,000 were on hand last night. And that was an interesting thing to notice. By the way, Nate is saying, good morning, everybody. The Big E is here, number 36. Frankie, why do you think the American economy is in shambles? I'd love to hear your opinion. Lorraine, number 35, and manager, number 40. Thank you all for being here. It was interesting to watch this, to study this event. 6,000 people showed up. Jennifer and I had seats on the lower bowl, the highest seats you could get. In other words, this behind us was the concourse. So the bathrooms are right there, right there. You could get a beer over there, get a pop over there, whatever. Those tickets were $45 each. This is American money for you Canadians out there. So you Canadians know these are $1,000 each. $45 American per seat to watch. Great seats. We enjoyed it. We were actually sitting on bar stools. They had the final row was we had a little table in front of us, and we had a couple bar stools that we could sit on. and could watch the game from there. And just below us were the regular seats going down to the front. I thought that was pretty cool. We paid to park the car $25, which you had to do online. If you paid for your car parking there, it was $35 to park your car in the desert. Yes, in the middle of nowhere. The parking lot could hold 7,000 cars. There were only 3,000 of them there. Then it was time to get something to eat, and I ended up picking up a couple like barbecue type beef barbecue sandwiches with some macaroni and cheese on top of there, all in a bun. Bought two of those, and I bought a little box of what are called tater tots. You know what those are? That was 51 American dollars. Two sandwiches and tater tots, 51 American dollars for Jennifer and I to eat with our hands. Jen had a beer. I had a cola. That was $19. And then I bought Jen another beer in the second intermission, and that was $17 more. So we dropped last night all in about 200 American dollars easily to go to an American Hockey League, minor league hockey game here in the Coachella Valley. What an experience. We left after the second period because I'm yawning. Jen's going, we got to go home. You're yawning. It's 9:15 in the evening. It's past your bedtime. We got to go. So we made it back, and I was able to get the game on the radio for my computer, my little handheld. We heard the Calgary Wranglers won the game 3-1 to now assume the number one position in the Pacific Conference. First place team right here in Coachella. They came down here and beat them right in their home rink. Very interesting. The fans weren't happy, but what are you going to do? A lot of Calgary fans, although I will say in the audience, a lot of Calgary fans. That was quite entertaining. But I have to say, 200 American dollars plus. And we didn't have the most expensive seats. Just 10 feet over towards center ice were the $65 seats. A little lower down were $85 seats. So, you could have spent another 40, 60, 80 US more just to get into this place. But it was an experience. It was our one time that we decided to go and check it out. And I only recognized one hockey player, the name on the back. There was only one guy I could relate to, and didn't know any of the other guys. Never heard of these guys because they're all minor leaguers. They're one step away from the National Hockey League, but oh, what a step it is to get up to the show. Just like in baseball, from AAA to the show, there are very few that move up to the show every year. There's a handful every year, of course, but oh boy, how good you have to be to get up to that one more level. It was an entertaining thing. So that's what we did yesterday. And my voice is okay. I wasn't screaming or anything like that. I'm a very quiet hockey watcher, very analytical, and I watch the game and I try to zoom in on one player. I try to watch one player at a time and see how well they position themselves, how they skate and handle the puck, and how well they see the play around them. It's interesting. I enjoyed it. But what can I say? There are people who go to every home game for these games. And I was amazed. I was doing the math in my head last night and this morning, and I'm thinking this franchise cannot make money. They do not make money here because the players' salaries under NHL rules, these guys are making at least $500,000 a year US just to be minor leaguers, approximately. I think that the team's payroll and expenses are 10 to 15 million a year per team, and there's no way they haul that into their box office. They don't haul in that much money clear net after all their expenses. There's no way that the parent club subsidizes the farm team, no question about it. And you can just see it. I can see it in the numbers. But it was interesting to watch hockey in the desert. Brand new building, beautiful building, really nice, beautifully lit. Clean and that type of thing. But I'm getting old. The music between face-offs and the pounding music during the intermissions is annoying to no end. And I didn't see the audience having a wonderful time dancing. I didn't see that either. I just saw people trying to talk to each other, having trouble talking to each other because of the racket from the stupid pounding repetitive drum machine music and all that. It was a bit of a pain, but in any event, it's an experience, and I can honestly say I've been there and done that. Lorraine, number 35, manager number 40, wing commander number 31, Tiff is number 42, option nomads is number 43. The thumbs uppers are here. Thank you, you very dependable thumbs up people, to get me right off the get-go, right up to 50, 60 thumbs ups, just like that. And we're going for 200 today. Thank you, everybody. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, as I mainly write on stock that I own, could you or would you please point out during the class which and what is applicable to someone like me and not just poor man covered calls? Yes, I will be covering quite a bit of territory here. Writing a call on a deep in the money call is a poor man covered call strategy. But writing a call, whether you own stock or a poor man covered call, that is exactly the same. Whether you own stock or not, writing a call is writing a call, and we're gonna be talking about that. I'm looking forward to all of you coming in. We've got a good crowd coming in for this class. Daniel, we got you this morning. He made his move today. Andrew is in here. Mina, Bobby, Jeffrey, Brent, Brian, Alex, Anthony. Oh, they're all here. They're coming in here. If you want to be part of this class, just make a donation to the PayPal account that you see down below. 150 US bucks. Send me a private email. Say, Bruce, I just sent you $150 for class tomorrow, Saturday morning. Well, Saturday at noon. Let me say that again. Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern time, which is 11 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. I'm in, and then I can send you the link to join us. I look forward to it. George Sebastian, $200, and it wasn't even a major league. No. You want to see the Calgary Flames in person in Calgary? 2 tickets, minimum $120 a seat. That's $240. Then you're going to drop 60 more easily. You're going to be into 300 or more. And if you want really good seats, you're into $500 a game for 2 people. No question. You want to see a National Hockey League game in New York City, the Rangers, $600-700 by the time you walk out of that place. I would have to think crazy, outrageous is George. Larry Titus, good morning, folks. I'm number 53. Amy, I'm 57. Fun. I'm number 59. I'm always be writing. Big as a long-time lurker here. Welcome. Frank, I know how you feel. Every week I go to the grocery store and I pump gas. George, a Masters starts today. That's right. The Masters start today. Initial XE 59 thumbs up. Dude is here at number 64. IR Aaron, I'm also number 64 thumbs ups. There we have it. The 64 thumbs ups are here. I'm showing my meter is now showing at 70 thumbs ups and climbing. Thank you all for already hitting that thumbs up button just as we get started. Look, the economy in the United States, well, is it going to a hell in a handbasket? I don't think that's the right way to say it. It's slowing down. Oh, yes. Oh, the economy is slowing down in the U.S. The economy slowed down quite a bit in Europe last summer and fall, has recovered a little, but is still very, very weak. It's not like going all the way. In Asia, the economies in Asia are kind of like, should we get going here? What? Our clients, our buyers of our stuff, those incredible American people and Canadian people, all those North Americans that buy our stuff, they're cutting back. They're holding off. They got inflation worries. They got interest rate worries. They have bank failures they're talking about over there in North America. The real estate market has really backed off in North America. This isn't good for Asia. This isn't good for Europe. No, it's not good for anybody, actually. And so we're watching very closely this market. There's a headline that just came out about 20 minutes ago. Costco stock falls in the pre-market as March same-store sales fall. It's the first time in, I think, 3 years that Costco has reported lower same-store sales numbers. Costco. All right. Now, this is the place with the 150 hot dog. This is the place where, you buy those chicken fingers in 20-pound bags. This is the place where very well employed and retired people go to shop. This is not the place that the unemployed down and outers go. Okay. They don't go to Costco. If you're unemployed and you're chronically unemployed and you are poor and you've got, you're a single mom with 3 kids and you're trying to get by on $1,500 a month, you don't shop at Costco. There's a reason why you can't afford the membership. And number 2, to buy a bag of chicken nuggets, that's $18. They don't do that. They'll go to Walmart, they'll go to other shops and buy $4 bags of chicken nuggets. Much smaller, but much more affordable on a purchase basis. Costco is specifically and perfectly laid out for the upper middle class. Middle class, yeah, but upper middle class and up, oh, do they love Costco? Oh, God, do they love Costco. Husband and wife both work. Costco is your place. That is where you go. Their sales are lower. That's an indicator right there that if the upper middle class of America and Canada are pulling back on purchases at their favorite retail store in the whole wide world, Costco, you got yourself a problem, Houston. We have got structural problems. We don't have. It's not like Louis Vuitton is selling a few fewer $3,000 to $5,000 handbags. That's not the issue we're talking about here. We're talking about the basics of life at Costco. Buying 4 pounds of butter instead of 1 pound of butter. Buying ice cream in 2 half-gallon containers instead of 1 half-gallon container. Bulk purchases of product at a really good price, good quality at a really good price. When that place has lower sales on a per store basis, you have got that's an alarm bell. That's a flag going up, and that is not good. That is bad news for the American economy. That's just one of those indicators that you cannot slough off and say, well, they're selling the wrong product. They're like a house of leather, the leather's out and cotton fabric is in. No, you can't do that. The product at Costco is of a good quality nature at a really good price. And when they don't have increases in sales with inflation going on, think about it. The prices of Costco have gone up with inflation. You'd think more money would be coming in the till. Less money is coming in the till at higher prices. Wait a minute, this is a double whammy. This is not only are they not bringing in as much cash, the number of units being sold is lower. There is a big problem because Costco is a volume mover of merchandise. And you want to sell a sweatshirt in Costco on those tables that they have where they stack them up, your sweatshirts have to move so many units a day for you to keep a spot on that table. Otherwise, your product is sent back. It doesn't move. Or you got to cut your price. You've got to offer a $5 rebate on the spot, and you're paying it. You, the supplier, are paying it, not Costco. Costco only pays you for what sells, and they go 90 days, ballpark, to make sure they handle all returns. And after 90 days, they'll see just really how many sweatshirts went out and didn't come back, and then they pay you. You are paying dearly to get your product into Costco, but they've got the clientele you want to sell to. If your merchandise doesn't sell, oops, you got a problem. If you can't sell at Costco, then you are overpriced or you don't have the quality to match. There's something there. I don't know. We'll see. Home Skillet. I think I'm number 24. Ricardo, two enter, one leave. JR Alberto, are you? We can't get started otherwise. Hector, Uncle Bruce, my GameStop shares are now covered with strike prices of $21 and $22 per contract. I got months of August, September, October. Arms are folded, zero cash flow, unfortunately. Well, Hector, you've got a nice little position there. And if your shares want to reach 19 and a half, 1875, 19 and a quarter, you're going to be one happy puppy. You're just going to be going, ho, I'm looking good. BP, how about Lionel Messi being offered 400 million euros a year? How about that for money? Yeah, that's unbelievable. What do you do for a living? I kick a ball. No. I'm just kidding. No, what do you do for a living? No, I kick a ball. What else do you do? Well, I can hit it with my head. No. What else do you do? Nothing. I run and I chase a ball, and I kick it to other people, and I try to put it in the net over there. That's what I do for a living. Well, we play like 100 games a year? No, I don't play 100 games. No, I don't play 100 games a year. No. Do you do anything else? Well, I pose for photos. Why? Because people pay me millions of dollars to hold stuff. I get paid tens of millions on top of that. It's a good gig. That's not bad, except I'm tired. A lot of running around. Kilo number 21. I wrote 2 September 22s for $3.94. Giddy up, JR. Well, had a big decision to make. Walk up to the gangway to my Mexican cruise, or Uncle Bruce at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. What do I do? These are tough questions. BP, Argentinian footballer playing for Paris Saint-Germain. 400 million euros. 400 million euros. Not a bad gig. Yeah, in the show, in the NHL, the players get a minimum of $1 million, $1.5 million, and then upwards of maybe 8 to 10 million. Of course, in Major League Baseball, they're getting 50 million a year, 30 million, 10 million, 12 million is nothing. Unbelievable money. NFL football, it ranges from all over the place to all over the place. And then there's basketball, and it's just unthinkable, the money. But hey, it's just, we're prepared to pay the price. We're prepared to cough up the cash to see these guys play at that level. And so that's why they make the money they make. Yeah, interesting stuff. It's an interesting business. We're down 18 on the Dow right now with 36 minutes to go before we open up for the day. We're down 4.5 on S&P. We're down 50 points on NASDAQ. All 3 markets are lower at the same time. First time all week. I think that's been happening. Crude oil is up 5 cents a barrel. We're not going anywhere on crude, kids, so we have topped out on that. Okay. Yeah, this Costco story, something to think about. Something else is coming up here. Quite a bit of talk this morning on the business networks about why would the market go higher, and maybe why the markets could go lower. Just in a nutshell, we went from 0 interest rates at the federal level. Federal Reserve level was 0 to 4.5, whatever we're at now. We're supposed to go to 5%. We're supposed to get to 5% interest rates from the Fed to banks, which means that mortgages will be 7 to 7.5%. And that car loans should be 7.5 to 9%. Personal loans, same thing going forward. But we haven't got to 5% yet. We're now at 4.5 or something like that. And yet, with the Fed funds rate at over 4%, you can only get 3-something% if you give money to the American government. If you buy a 10-year Treasury note, you can only get 3.28% right now. Why is that? Why can you only get 3.2% from the American government when the Fed funds rate is over 4%? The Fed funds rate is what they charge banks to borrow money from them. Well, banks actually don't pay that kind of money from the Federal Reserve really, unless they really need it badly. They have all kinds of other avenues to get money a little bit cheaper. But still, the guide is there. The wholesale price for money should be 4.5% going to 5%. Why can you only get 3.28%? Why can pension funds only get 3.28%? I mean, these guys have billions of dollars. You'd think with that kind of cash, they could negotiate a better deal. And the reason is because the bond market participants, the people that buy and sell bonds, they don't believe the Federal Reserve. They don't think that they're going to raise rates anymore. They don't think that 5% is on the table anymore. They are convinced that we've seen the worst of inflation 6 months ago, and that inflation has been coming down, and that inflation will continue to slump and slump and slump, and that the upward momentum of inflation has been broken. That momentum has been broken, and that now we're going to see regionally some prices higher, but more prices lower, and that overall the inflation problem is not going to be a problem anymore. If the U.S. economy slows down, they say, these bond people and interest rate people, they say if the U.S. economy is going to slow down, there's definitely not going to be inflation. We're definitely going to have lower rates because the Fed will turn its attention from fighting inflation, which has now been defeated, but it's not yet at 2%, but it's coming down. They say they'll turn their attention over to stabilizing the economy and not have it back off too far. It's kind of like you're coming up to a red light way up there. You see a red light up there and you're barreling along your 50-mile-an-hour road at 55 miles an hour, and you slowly let the gas up a little bit to get down to 48 and 45 miles an hour and 43, because you got to stop up there. And so you slowly ease off. But then you notice that the light turns green and you're still like a couple hundred yards away from the light. You go, I can slowly accelerate back to the speed limit here and keep an eye on this intersection, make sure there's no jerk off coming in my green light, and it's safe to go through, and then go back up again. The Fed is thinking the same way. Well, that's what the experts are saying the Fed is thinking. The experts in the bond market, and they're not that smart, but they are experts. They're guessing that this market, this interest rate thing has had its run, and that inflation is over, and that it's going to come down. The Fed is saying no. We're going to raise rates another quarter point on our next meeting in May. We're not meeting in April. We're meeting in May, and we're going to raise rates another quarter point. And we'll probably raise rates another quarter point in June or July to get it to 5%. And we're going to keep it there for a year. We're going to keep it at 5% for a year when we get there. Well, that means we're talking 2024 summer or fall before we begin to see any kind of hint at a lower interest rate. And even then, they say at the Fed, they are saying, well, we're going to back off maybe half a point over that next year. So 2025 will be at 4.5%. That's where we are now. And then by 2026, maybe we'll be at 4 to 4.5. But we're not going back to zero. That's what the Fed is saying. The bond market is going, no, you're not. No, you're gonna cave. You guys are gonna back off, and you're coming back down to 4% sooner rather than later. We're already trading your 10-year note at 3.2%. We're shoving it in your face, saying there's no dang way you're going to raise rates to 5%, hold them there for a year. We are saying you're going down because inflation is over. There's no need for that. The economy is slowing down. Housing market is slowing down. You're not going to mess with this economy. You're not going to mess with this whole situation. We think you're going to back off. Who is right in this argument? We're not even close. These two sides aren't on the same page. This has been the battle going on here now for 6 months. In the meantime, all we can do is look at various factors and issues about where things are headed. Oil is at $80 a barrel. Does that mean gasoline should be $6 a gallon at your pump? No. $80 a barrel should be $3 gas, $3.25 gas, something like that. $100 a barrel oil could justify maybe $3.50 to $4 a gallon gas. $120 a barrel could justify $4 a gallon, $4.25, $4.50, depending on where you are. I mean, if you're in Abilene, Texas versus Los Angeles, California, you're talking two different prices of gasoline. I mean, we're talking a whole ballpark. So don't get mad at me if I'm not giving you an accurate quote of what your gasoline is going to cost you, because I don't know exactly where you live, but it's a wide differential. But the bottom line is higher crude oil prices means higher gasoline prices at the pump, no matter where you are. Interest rates, mortgage rates, housing starts, car sales. And what about at Costco? What's going to happen at Costco? Yeah, and what's happening at Walmart? What's happening at Sam's Club? What's happening at Target or Target? What's going to happen at Amazon.com? What's going to happen at eBay? What's going to happen on all these other online sites? I noticed, and I've talked to you guys about this now for months and months and months, telling you about the American airline pilots, the United airline pilots, and the Delta airline pilots. Their unions are in deep discussions with their airlines to come up with a new pay packet. And the American Airlines union said it's 10% the minimum increase, or we don't talk. I believe Delta has settled with their deal, 34% price pay increase for pilots over the next 3 years. This is not 4% inflation. Airline tickets are up way more than 4%. Have you noticed that? Prices everywhere you go, and whatever you want to buy, for whatever reason, all of you individually, as different as you are, for some reason, all of you, whenever you go anywhere you want to go to buy anything you want to buy, it's all more than 4% more expensive, like way more than 4% more than what it used to be. How can that be? Because if the official number is 4%, there have to be goods that are only up 2%. And some goods should be up 6% to come up with a 4% average. Why is it that wherever we go, it's not even 6%, it's 8, 10, 15, 20% more expensive? How in the world do they come up with this 6% inflation target, or whatever that number is now? How do they do that? Who does that? Do you know who does that? Is there someone at their grocery store? Have you ever seen anyone at your grocery store walk up and down the aisles tracking the prices of goods on behalf of inflation observers? I've never seen anyone do that. I would not know. I don't know anyone that does that for a living. Do you know anyone that ever has done that for a living? I've never heard of anyone that ever, never. I mean, I remember when I was a kid in school, it's like grade 3, maybe grade 4, and the teacher would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then one kid would get up, I want to be a fireman. The next kid would get up, I want to be a policeman and arrest people. I never saw anyone get up and go, I want to be Bill Gates and become a billionaire, or I want to grow up and be a government inflation adjustment calculator expert. No. By the way, I never did see people get up and say, I want to be a bank robber so the cop go over there can try to catch me. That wasn't it. I want to be an inmate. No, I never heard that either. Okay, so we covered it all. What do you want to be when you grow up? I don't want to have a criminal record. So anyway, inflation in your hometown. How is it going where you live? Unbelievable. Okay. It's Thursday. Options expire today. A lot of volatility in the market is likely. Although I don't know how heavy it's going to be. We'll have to see what's going on. Yeah, fun stuff. Barron's headline, Kevin McCarthy very concerned about debt ceiling impasse. Kevin McCarthy, your friend and mine, the leader of the House of Representatives, the leader of the clown show over there, he's very concerned about the debt ceiling. Well, that's a crying shame, because as a matter of fact, he could repair that. He could fix that in a heartbeat, but no, he can't actually. He can't repair he can't make that go away. He has a problem. Is his problem Democrats? No. Kevin McCarthy's problem is not Democrats. His problem are fellow Republican Congress members. That's his problem. Because he's got factions inside his party that just go every direction imaginable, and he cannot come up with consensus. Like, one consensus is like Kevin McCarthy calls a meeting of the caucus of the Republican Party, of the House members, and close the doors to have a chat about, okay, we're going to go to the White House and we're going to haul in the Senate leaders, and we're going to propose what cuts are going to be made in the budget so that we can have a much closer balanced budget because that's what many of us were elected for here. What should we cut? And what do you hear in the background? Just listen very carefully. Crickets. You hear crickets, because which congressperson do you expect to stand up and say, I think we should make Americans work until they're 66 years old before they can get Medicare, and they should go until they're 68 before they can get Social Security? Which Republican would you like to see stand up and talk about that? I don't know of one that has out and out said that. I've heard rumors of it, but I don't know of one. Okay, well, forget about that. Let's not worry about the budget. Let's not balance the budget on Social Security and Medicare, because those are popular issues with our voters too, our senior voters. What else can we cut? Well, how much do we want to cut? Oh, well, we're talking $500 billion a year. Oh, okay. Well, what's the defense budget? $880 billion. Well, how much of that are we going to cut? None. Okay, so we can't get any of the cuts from the $880 billion a year with the defense budget. Okay, well, how much of the CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, all that, but how much of that budget are we going to cut? None. Okay, well, that's off the table. Okay, well, what's left? Well, we could cut the amount of money we pay in interest every year. Oh, that's interesting. How much are we paying in interest? Well, here's the thing. You see, we've had 15 years of a zero interest rate policy. And whenever the United States government has issued new bonds, up until like a year ago, the United States government could borrow money from like 0.5% up to 1.5% for the last 15 years. And all that debt that had been issued was basically rolling over the debt that had been accumulated over the last 30 years. Because 5 years ago, in 2018, debt was maturing from 10, 20, and 30 years earlier. So 2008, 1998, and 1988. All that debt from 88 to 98 to 2008 up to 2018, all that debt was maturing every week, a little bit. And we were raising more money than that. We needed like 30 billion to pay all that off. So we raised 35 billion. And we had 5 billion more cash to keep spending like drunken sailors. And that 30 billion, we used to pay interest rates, used to pay 4, 6, 8% interest on that money from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. Now we're only paying 1.5% on that money. That was up until a year ago. And that was a 15-year program. It was wonderful. So Americans were paying less money in interest every year after year after year, on every dollar borrowed. Now, the problem, of course, is that, gosh darn it, when there was a zero interest rate policy, American governments had this nasty habit of spending more money than they were bringing in. Canada too, and same with Britain and other countries, except Germany. They always had a surplus. How do they do that? Because they have free university, free healthcare, and they have surpluses. How do those socialists do? Anyway, that's another story. So America was paying way less in interest rates, but on much more money that they were borrowing. And so now America has, I don't know, was it 30 trillion in debt now? And guess what's happened to the interest rates? They've gone up. They're at 4.5%, and they're going to 5%. And the American government's going to pay more in interest now than it was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, on all the debt that is maturing and being rolled over. So the congressmen are going, well, we can't cut that because, when we instituted all those tax cuts in the Trump administration, we cut taxes. And so we have less money coming in those from 2016 to 2021. We have way less money coming in because we cut taxes. What are we going to raise taxes now? No, we're not going to raise taxes. We don't do that. We don't know. Democrats raise taxes. They're the bad guys. We're the good guys. We cut taxes. But we're not cutting the spending in the military. We're not going to cut the spending on all these agencies. We're not going to officially cut back Medicare. We're not going to cut back Social Security. What's left? The IRS. We could cut the budget of the IRS. That's what we could do. Maybe we'll take away money from those guys. Well, wait a minute. If we take money away from those guys, Aren't we limiting how much money they can collect to help pay the bills that we're supposed to? Yeah, but you see, we don't increase spending for the IRS because we're Republicans. We decrease on IRS. We make the IRS a non-factor because Republicans don't pay taxes. See, Republicans don't believe in paying taxes. They believe in growing the economy. And growing the economy will create jobs and will bring in all kinds of taxes. Well, when did we start believing that? Oh, around the Ronald Reagan time frame. But didn't Ronald Reagan balloon the deficit of the United States from 30 billion a year to 250 billion a year in like 2 years of being president? And then by the time he left office 8 years later, George W. Bush, the VP who became president, had to raise taxes to pay down Ronnie's tax cuts that decimated the U.S. We don't talk about that. We don't go there, okay? Because it was Clinton that did that. That wasn't George W. Bush, and no, he didn't raise that. It was Clinton. He was the bad guy. Well, wait a minute now. When Clinton was president, didn't the United States have a surplus? Like for 4 years in a row, the United States had a budget surplus and had so much money coming in versus going out. Even though he was having these fights with Newt Gingrich and all these guys, the United States Treasury stopped issuing 30-year bonds because they didn't need the money, because it was more money coming in than they needed, and they were paying off all this debt. Now, debt would come due, $20 billion, and they would only borrow $5 billion. The other $15 billion, they just paid it off from surpluses, and they issued $5 billion just to kind of, add some money to the Treasury. We don't talk about that. See, Democrats are not good stewards of the economy. We talk about how great Republicans are. This is the caucus meeting that's going on right now in from time to time in Washington. The clown show. The clowns can't even come to the table and say, here's our proposal. They don't have one. They're not going to be the one to go first. They don't want to go first. They say, you go first. And the White House is going, why should we go first? You have to pass the budget amendment. You're the ones who have to do it. We don't have to do it. You have to do it. You're the Congress. You're the masters of the purse. And the Congress is going, yeah, but you're Democrats, so you should do it. It's a lot of fun. It's just so much fun. In the meantime, the markets are going, what are you doing? Like, what's the plan? Is there a plan? What's your whole plan? I mean, Bill Murray in Ghostbusters, that was your plan? Get her? That was your whole plan. Get her. What's your plan here? What's your plan to pass the spending limit bill? Well, we don't have a plan. That's your whole plan? You don't have a plan? Right. We're going to let the Democrats do it. How? They don't have the votes in the Congress. You have the votes in the Congress. You have to propose cuts, because that's the only way you're going to balance the budget. You spend less or bring in more money, or a combination of the two. That seems to be what mathematics was all about. No, we don't do it that way. No, we have a different way of doing things around here. Oh yeah, it's different, all right. It's really different. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Welcome to the party, everybody. We're opening in 14 minutes. As option writers, I have good news. The United States government is running into a spending and a deficit problem and a reconciliation bill problem in the Congress. This is good news for option writers because they don't have to worry about their stocks taking off on them and worry about rollovers. Option writers are going to be sitting back going, I wrote these calls on these different stocks, and they're all going down. They're all like flat and slowly falling off. And I am being compensated wonderfully with the time depreciation and dip depreciation on all these calls I wrote. And I just keep buying them back and write new calls. And I just keep writing new calls. I go out 3, 4, 5 months, hauling all kinds of cash from these hopeful gamblers that are hoping for a miracle that the markets are going to hit all-time new highs, and it never happens. And oh, am I getting rich? How many of you in the last year remember how you used to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts at a time? Now you're writing 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 contracts at a time and more? Have you folks noticed how many contracts you now write on a monthly basis versus what you used to write a year and a half ago? I'm sure some of you are marveling at the differential. You're looking back at your trading histories from a year or two ago, and you're going, wow, I used to write 2 contracts at a time on GameStop. I now write 30. I mean, even taking into account a 4-to-1 stock split, that's nothing. I'm writing way more calls than I ever wrote before. There are folks here on this channel who are bringing in money from the option market they had never imagined they would bring in. This is going to continue. This is going to accelerate. Those of you out there who are acquiring additional deep in the money calls to leverage up and write more calls, congratulations. This market is going to take good care of you. We're down 50 points on the Dow right now with 12 minutes to go. We're down 8 on S&P. We're down 66 on NASDAQ. Oil is down 13 cents a barrel. It's turning into a red show right now. Yes, you're going to do very, very well as option writers. And I can tell you that I'm kind of looking forward to the next 3 to 6 months, because the next 3 to 6 months, many of you out there, many of you viewers who have rolled over your calls and you bought more deep in the money calls and wrote more calls. Those calls that you wrote that are expiring May, June, July, August, they're coming out. They're all going to slump in value as they come into expiry. And you're going to come to the point where I just bought back 30 calls for $1 that I sold for $4. And I just wrote another 30 calls for $4 again. I just hauled in 12 grand. And I just used 4,000 or 5,000, 6,000 to buy more deep in the money calls to write more calls again. And now you're into the 35 call neighborhood, or you're going from the 50 call to the 60 call neighborhood, or you're going from the 80 calls to the 95 call neighborhood. You are leveraging up, and you're going to see that by the end of the year, oh my Lord, he's right. Bruce was talking 5 months ago, 6 months ago. He had the audacity to say on this channel to his viewers that he will not be satisfied until you guys haul in 30,000 a month in option premiums. He had the gall to talk like that. And I was only writing 5 calls at a time when he did that, 10 calls at a time. Now you're sitting there going, I'm writing 30, and soon I'll be writing 40 calls at a time. 40 calls at a time at $4 a call is $16,000 coming in the front door here. I'm only going to give 6,000 or 8,000 of that back. I'm keeping the rest, and then I'm going to write 50 calls at a time, and I'm going to haul in $20,000. Wait a minute, this guy talked about $30,000 a month coming in the front door. This guy wasn't kidding. This is really starting to look like it's going to happen, and I am not kidding. I am telling you guys, you folks who are watching this channel religiously, who are taking my classes and understanding the nuances of this options market, getting a handle on how they react and how they flow with the stock and how they shrink out, you folks are going to be the ones that truly will be hauling in 30,000 a month. And if you think for a second it's going to stop there, you are wrong, Chester. You're completely wrong, because when you haul in your first $5,000, $10,000 a month in premium money, you got all your bills paid for by far. After that, the additional dough coming in, guess what you're going to do with it? You're going to put that back into the market and acquire additional deep in the money calls and write even more. You're going to grow exponentially faster. So from 30,000 a month to 40,000 a month to 50,000 a month is going to happen very, very quickly. This is what many of you are beginning to figure out. You're seeing it happen in your accounts already. You used to get all excited when you hauled in $3,000, $4,000 in premiums. And you all remember when you made your first $5,000 premium sale, you hauled in $5,000 writing options. Then you hauled in $7,000. Then you hauled in $10,000, and you couldn't believe it. I just hauled in $10,000 from option buyers. I can't believe it. I can't believe they want that many of them. Oh, they do. The gamblers are out there for trillions of dollars every week. They're out there handing over money like you cannot believe. The institutions live for this stuff. You're becoming mini institutions, all little tiny institutions. None of you are big enough to matter to the market. You're like a little drop of water on a hot frying pan. Just the frying pan will say, how much water you got? I can burn it all off. Not a problem. Beautiful stuff coming your way, kids. I can see a year from now, there will be people here hauling in more than 50,000 a month in option premium, and they're just going to be going, I'm not doing anything different than I did a year ago. A year ago, I was writing 15 calls at a time, and now I'm just writing 65. I'm not doing anything different. I'm writing 122 calls at a time. I'm writing 180 calls. I'm writing 350 calls every month. This is the same trade. It's the same. It's just different numbers of contracts. That's all it is. It's nothing. You don't have to learn anything new. You just have to learn how to type in 150 calls instead of 50 calls or 15 calls or 5 calls. That's all it is. It's just a number. The trade's the same trade, but the result is phenomenal. And I'm excited for you guys because some of you have been here now for over 2 years. And at this point in time, in the middle of a bear market, remember what has happened to this market in the last year and a half. Think about this. We used to hit daily highs every week, a new daily high. You remember that the CNBC graphics that would show up on your screen, and it would show new record for the Dow, new record for NASDAQ, new record for S&P, new all-time high. You used to see that all the time. You don't see that anymore. We haven't seen an all-time high since November of 21. Okay, that's long gone. What have we been following since then? A declining market, higher inflation, and higher interest rates. Everything that could go wrong has been going on with your stock market. There's a war in Europe, for crying out loud. Who thought of that in 2021? Who would have thought that hundreds of thousands of Russians would be wiped out in 6-8 months? No one thought that, but it's happening. Who would have thought that banks would go under in the United States while you're investing in the market? No way. If someone said to you, come with me into my DeLorean, I'm going to drive forward with my flux capacitor. I'm going to take you to April the 6th, 2023. I'm going to show you what's going on in the headlines. April the 6th. This is only October 2021. Let me show you what it's like April the 6th, 2023. And then you decide whether you want to still be in this market or not. You would have been horrified in September, October 2021. Horrified of the headlines coming out of the financial markets today. Completely horrified. And then this homeless Canadian would say to you, but you know what? With all the crap going on in the world in 2023, you're going to make more money in the market than you've ever made in your life. And you're going to look at the homeless Canadian and go, you, pal, are dreaming. There's a reason you're homeless. You don't know what you're talking about. You're unstable. I don't believe a word of this crap. And here we are, April 2023, and this channel has viewers who are writing contracts left, right, and center, hauling in money and money and money and money from desperate gamblers. You can't believe how much money they're handing you. Some of you I know are it's taking your breath away. You cannot believe you can sell 50 calls of this stock for these premiums. You can't believe it. Now, some of you are greedy and you're upset that you can't get the premiums you used to get when the markets were at all-time highs. You're a little upset about that. Well, welcome to the party, pal. Markets change, okay? You have to go with the flow. So you can't write 3-week contracts and make the big bucks. So you write 3-month contracts and make the bucks. You're making the dollars while everyone else is bleeding out. This is the name of the game, kids. It's time for you to make some dough and keep it and compound it. Those of you in your 40s, it is time to get off your duffs and start making some serious money because your childhood is over. You were a 25-year-old 15 years ago. Get over it. You're never going back. 15 years from now, you're 55 and you're going to have a gut and you're going to start losing your hair and you're not as pretty as you used to be. Sorry, but you better be richer. And if you're richer, you feel prettier. When you're richer, you feel way better. You walk around like this. You don't care how you look because you say to the rest of the world, screw you, world. I got mine. I'm making my dough and I'm taking care of my family. And I'm feeling good about myself. And hey, if we can at least get that figured out, we're well on our way to sanity in our lives and not have to worry when we're 50, 55, how in the world am I retiring in 5 or 10 years from now? You cannot go into your 60s thinking that way. Impossible. And if you're in your 60s now and you're sitting on a couple $100,000 and you were supposed to be sitting on a couple of million and you're not going to be in 5 years, well, maybe it's time to change the way you've been doing things. And maybe it's now time to learn how to write stock options on your portfolio and make it pay you to be there. It's go time. It is go time. Go to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, and go look for yourself. Check out the classes that were up there. We have 14 of them. Check them out. You'll figure it out pretty quickly that when you get to the website, you'll find my mug. Here I am. And then you'll go to the classes section, and then you'll see attention students, classes and section. And you'll find class number 1, class number 2. Start doing these classes. They're about 2 hours long each. There's 3 and 4. There's 5 and 6. Winning strategies. What winning strategies are you guys using? Earning income from writing put contracts. How to trade stock option credit spreads. How about how to trade call and put butterfly options? How does Bruce pick his favorite picks? How about using poor man covered call writing strategies to quit your day job? You like the sound of that one? That's one of my most popular classes. The first 10 will help you understand what a lesson is all about. Number 11 is all about, just so you know. Stock options, rollover strategies, calls and puts. Oh, yes. And stink offers, stink bids, and the psychology of the markets. Number 13 is a big one. 14, how to maximize profits from writing stock options. Everyone took that class. Everybody takes that class. If you are still confused and you feel I kind of need a one-on-one with this guy to help me out, because after all, I have 120 grand that I've saved up for 20 years, and I don't want to blow it on my first move into the option writing market. Maybe I should sit down with Uncle Bruce on a one-on-one and just have a chat with him about how and why I should do this. Maybe you and the wife together, or you and your husband, or you, whatever, your significant others, you get together and have a one-on-one or one-on-two with me, and we'll go over your objectives, game plans, because everyone's different. Families are different. Sometimes that 3 o'clock in the morning phone call comes to your house that changes everything in the family. Everything just changed like that. And you didn't think this would happen for 20 years. It happened today. It happened last night. It happened 2 weeks ago. The call that comes in that changes your life forever can come at any time. You don't know. Maybe you ought to be ready for something like that. More than happy to talk to you about it. Whenever you're ready, you let me know. We're open for trading. Giddy up. Lori, you're in the class. I can't wait to see you, Lori. You're in to win. Larry Titus, man, thank you for ringing the bells. It's 6:30 here. It's 9:30 Eastern time. Option expiry day is here. Welcome to the party, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you, everybody, for popping through here. And I love you guys so, so much. Testy Donkey, I already have a gut, Bruce. I'm going to be at 40 in a few months. I've already got a gut. You must be American. Bagel Babe, 3,000 a month, and I quit my job. What will you be like when you make 30,000 a month? What will we be talking to an assistant of yours that is going to be commenting on your behalf because you're too busy to talk to us? Oh, that could be a lot of fun. Yes, indeed. Oh, boy, JR says, Bagel Babe, I can't wait for SoFi to pop. I got a lot of contracts to write on it. Oh, God, are you guys going to be writing contracts? Ooh, you're going to make so much money. Yes. Bagel Babe, a year ago, I had 300-400 SoFi. Now I have enough stock for 16 contracts at a time. It's not all SoFi. In a year, I can't wait to see where I am a year from now. Going from 300-400 to 1,600 to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 70 contracts at a time. Oh my gosh. Little chaos. I've gone from 1 call and 400 shares to 402 shares and 11 calls since last September. Giddy up. There's some changes happening here. I started in 2003 writing 3 contracts. I'm writing 6 now. My goal is 10 before year end, and that is going to happen the way this is going. Boy, is this fun. This is fun stuff, guys. Oh, man, it's going to be great. I'm just, oh, I'm just so excited for you guys. I'm just so excited. So many of you are already in a life-changing scenario, and it's going to get even more unbelievable. I'll tell you, this is going to be something else. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. Welcome to the Party Pals. Those of you who have, become followers of this channel, thank you all so very much. If you're a subscriber, I can't thank you enough for being a subscriber. But I tell you what, if you become a member of this channel, that would be the ultimate compliment to all of us here. Join us, become part of our family. The Bagel family, we like to call ourselves. Please join us as either regular members or Gold Bagel members. And you can comment during market trading hours, which is what we just did now. Member-only chat for the rest of the show. Man, I would love to welcome so many more of you in here to the Bagel Familia. We have 128 thumbs ups now. Thank you for that. Thank you for those of you who have been renewing your memberships every week and every month that you get notified from YouTube. Thank you for those of you who just automatically renew your membership on an automatic recurring basis. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you to Spicy Android member for 8 months, Gold Bagel level member. Thank you, Spicy, so much for believing in this channel and being part of this family and making some dough here. I am just thrilled when I get emails from you folks privately, and you tell me how well you're doing and how it's changed your perception of the markets and how the understanding of the markets has completely changed for you. You're not afraid of the market anymore because you now understand so much more of this market. And option writing has just opened your eyes to a section of the market you had never heard about, never contemplated that you would ever understand it. And now you see a bigger, clearer picture of how this market actually works. Spicy and Bagel Babe and JR, Pulse Guitar, so many of you, thank you. Brazil, Russia, India, China, they're all trying to make the dollar obsolete in the world market. Sad thing is another currency is considered reserve. There's nothing there, right? Pulse Guitar, Uncle Bruce, just want to say thank you for your teaching. I started selling covered calls last year, November, with nothing. Theoretically, if I got exercise today on all my current contracts, I'd have 18 grand in my account. I had nothing a year ago. Pulse Guitar, reinvesting and funding the account when I can. Premium has been used to buy stock, lots for more rights, for more lots, for more rights, all because of you. Way to go, Pulse Guitar. Even though we've never met, I sincerely love you for putting my family's lives on this trajectory. Pulse Guitar, I love the success story. Fool of a Took. Good morning, Bruce. Haven't commented in a while, but I've been lurking most days. Been pretty busy. Got rid of my day job prematurely and got married. Life has been a whirlwind lately. Ha ha. Way to go, Fool of a Took. Congratulations. Thank you, Pulse Guitar, for your very kind words. These are typical emails that I get all the time. It's just incredible. I read them to Jen. I'm just overwhelmed by them. She is. We're so excited. We just go, yes. Another success story. Yes. People are making money in this market through this channel, and I invite all of you to become part of the party. Just hang out here a little while, take some classes, have a one-on-one if you like. Join us tomorrow. Well, make it day after tomorrow. How about this? Why don't you join us? Take tomorrow off and join us Saturday for class number 15, lesson 15, Poor Man Cover Call, Advanced Writing Strategies. We're going to go into a couple of different things here that we've never talked about before. And it is time to now graduate you guys to another level in the option market. I've been holding you back. I've been desperately holding you guys back to get into the basics of option writing. We did that first back in 2021. Then we got into Poor Man Cover Call writing strategies. Now we're going to another level. That is Saturday morning. My time, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern time, Saturday. If you take the class on Saturday, and become part of the audience. You can ask any questions you want. Jen will be handling the commentary. There's the whiteboard. It's ready to go right there. There's the whiteboard. After the class is over, I'm going to get Emily to edit the class, and we'll get it uploaded on our website. And then all of you who are in the class will get an edited version of the session as well. That's a 2-for-1 that you guys get for being live members of the class. So again, if you'd like to be in the class, make a donation, $150 through the PayPal account that I have, and we will get you in there. Here's the PayPal account right there. And once you make that donation, send a private email right there to my personal email address and just say, Bruce, Uncle B, I just sent you $150 for Saturday's class, 2 p.m. Eastern time, day after tomorrow. And I just want to let you know, this is the link. Here's my email link. Please send me the link to this address, because when I start the class, about 10 to 20 minutes before I get started, approximately, don't panic if you haven't got your email by the time it's close. Don't worry, it's coming. I will send you an email with a link to the class, and you'll click on it, and you'll be right here, just like this, except that I'll have the whole screen, and the whiteboard will be here. And then you can comment like you always comment to me, and Jen will read those comments, and she will interrupt me and start asking me questions, and away we go. And so come on in and join us. We'd love to have you. Make that class number 15 for you, and let's go to the next level. Ooh, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Oh my gosh, am I looking forward to it. Thank you all so much for being here, your support, your great encouraging words. Thank you. Zeta State 130 on the thumbs up meter, baby. Yeehaw, giddy up. Thank you all. What's going on here? My goal is to ramp up on Tesla, crazy good premiums. And what else is going on here? With $10,000 buying power, managed to make $2,000 a year to date profit by writing covered options and poor mind covered calls. Yes, it's a good profit. Yeah, I think if you can make a 20% return on your money in the middle of a bear market where banks are going under, I think that's kind of pretty good. That's generally all right. Because I think some of you have noticed that if you go to your local bank or go onto their online website, they're offering you CDs that pay you 2, 3, 4% interest for 5 years of your time. They want your money for 5 years. So they're going to give you 3.5% on it. Or you could make 20% doing this or more. The smarter you get at doing this, the more you're going to make. Hey, hello, hi, yes. 20%. Boris says, DQ, Uncle Bruce, do you still take donations through Patreon? I do. I still take donations through Patreon. If you go to my homepage from this channel, it's kind of up there. There's a Patreon logo there. You can make a donation there if you want. I don't do anything on Patreon. I don't make any special anything. It's just a place where some of you can make a donation if you want to do it through Patreon. If you don't like using PayPal or whatever, it's all good. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. We're now going to take a look at how this market is doing. Let's see what's going on. Let's move through here. There we go. Over to there. And I'm down 84 on the Dow, I think. I think we got an 84 point down dip on the Dow. You remember that Western Alliance Bank I was talking about yesterday, the bank that was not telling us their withdrawal numbers and stuff? They're up 73 cents today, but they're still at only $30 a share. AI is at 21.28, up 19 cents. Unity Software down 25 at 30.18. Cyxtera is up 0.2 of a penny, 31.2. GameStop is 21.93, down 14 cents today. We've got SoFi down 7 cents to 5.67. There's the bargain there. Tesla 180.106, down 4.46. Those of you who have written Tesla calls, you have had one heck of a week, haven't you? You've watched the stock go from the 200s now down to 180. And those calls, those premiums are just coming down and down and down. Giddy up, everybody. Those of you, I know some of you have 160s, 165. Some of you have 175s. 200s, 210s, 220s. Oh my gosh. Things are looking a lot more interesting over here, aren't they? ATIP, 23.7 cents, unfortunately, down 1.9 cents. No idea what's going on there. Apple down 143 at 162.33. HPQ down 17 cents. First Republic Bank down 20 cents to 13.24. Google is up 56 cents. Moderna down 81. Cisco is down $1.03 to 50.80. Pfizer up 26 cents, 41.80. It's having a good week. IBM down 89. Microsoft down 149 to 282.85. I know a particular guy somewhere in Germany that did a rollover on some Microsoft contracts, and he has got to be grinning from ear to ear right now. I am certain he is grinning today. ME down a half a penny. Matterport down 2 pennies. Rocket Lab up a half a penny. Smart Rent up down 2 cents. Spire down 0.2 of a cent. Bed Bath Beyond is at 31 cents a share. Make it 30.7 cents a share on Bed Bath and Beyond. Down 3 cents again. Amazon down 71 cents. Home Depot down 2.38. Netflix down $8.08. Vanik Semiconductors down $3. Adobe down $5. Goldman down 134. Boeing down 62 cents. Meta down 250. Good old AMC is up 43 cents, but the preferreds are down 16, and both of those are going to go lower once the judge finally grants this whole thing to go forward. With the combination, the rollback, it's going to be ugly. Royal Caribbean down 35 cents, 61.64. Carvana down 20. Robinhood down up 3. BlackBerry down 6.5. Target down 3.29. JP Morgan down 46 cents. Costco down $18 a share to $4.79, still overpriced. Walmart up just 20 cents. Disney down 120 to $98. 71 cents. NVIDIA down 3.48. American Airlines down a penny as we speak. That's what we've got going on. 126-point drop on the Dow now. 19 on S&P. Down 93 on NASDAQ. And oil down 50 cents a barrel. Down, down, down we go to start the morning. How far? We don't know, but we're lower as we speak. GameStop down just a dime at $21.96. And that is the story as I see it right now. Let's see. And Alberto, minimum of 5% monthlies that I've seen since Uncle Bruce's teachings. Alberto, welcome, buddy. Slayer, yeah, it's in the channel description and made me impressed that I missed it for 2 years that Uncle Bruce has Patreon. Seems to be the link that is lost in space until someone is searching for it because Uncle Bruce is never mentioning it by himself. The Patreon site, I created it in 2017 for my other channel, Traveling with Bruce. I haven't created a Patreon site for this channel. I don't do anything on Patreon. I haven't had the motivation to want to do anything on Patreon at this point. They keep emailing me about all the features they offer and yada, yada, yada. And I'm really tired today. I just have not had anything come from them to me that says to me, Bruce, oh, you should be using Patreon for this and this and that. It just isn't there. But if you do want to make a donation to this channel, to Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen, you can do it through Patreon, through the link that's up there on the homepage. And I thank you. But that's it. That's at the moment, that's all I'm doing with it. Now, someday, maybe, I don't know. What if YouTube makes changes and makes life impossible to continue here on YouTube? It could happen. I don't know. Then I'd have to find another platform where to work from. And could that be Patreon? Could I do a private broadcast on Patreon just for members only or something? I don't know. At the moment, I'm here. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Google. I'm glad to be making a bunch of money, or at least I'm trying. And my viewers are making a ton of dough hanging out with us here. And so we continue on. Anyway, there it is. What else is going on here? Let's see. Boris, DQ, yes, to be honest, I made half with AMD and some Adobe options. Boris, the covered calls I write on ex-US Steel Corp and Intel. White Feather, hello, Alberto. Glad to see you. I was starting to worry. Hope all is well. There you go. White Feather, welcome to the show this morning. Great to have you all here. It's great to see you. And as I say, this market is really not going anywhere. Do not fear upside. There are option premiums that are going to come your way, are going to continue to come your way. You just have to go out and get them. The hardest transaction to do as an option writer is to write the contract. It's the hardest thing. The first move you have to make is sell. No one trains you how to sell. Have you ever noticed that on Wall Street? No one ever trains you how to sell stuff. Why is that? Because most people on Wall Street don't make money, and so they don't know how to sell. They've never sold before. They sell when they lose everything, and it's easy to sell. You put in a market order and walk away crying in your corner that you lost a bunch of dough on another hot top stock tip that didn't work out. That's how most people sell stock. Selling an item that you're writing against a stock that you have or a deep in the money call you have, this is a skill you need to learn. And sometimes the money you make, the maximum you're going to make is on how well you sell your call contracts, the ones you're writing. You have to learn how to maximize money to you. These are skills that you need to learn. Stink offers and stink bids on how to buy and sell properly and not just go into the market willy-nilly. That's a skill that needs a little bit of time, but is well worth your time. Oh, does it pay you dramatically? There are countless examples of viewers of this channel who have done stink offering where they've offered contracts at a price. They can't believe they get it. They could not believe they got as much money as they actually got for a call they wanted to write. They were prepared to just sell it into the market at whatever the market was going to give them. And then they watched this old guy and figured out the art of stink buying and stink selling, took the classes, and next thing you know, they're hauling in way more money on the upfront sell. The first transaction you make is critical into how to make money in the option business. When you write calls, you've got to learn how to sell them properly. And they do this, and they say to me, Bruce, I can't believe I brought in way more money than I thought I was going to bring in on these calls. This is awesome. You're already a winner. The moment you write your call at the right price, you've already locked in a profit. It's just automatic. You now know, oh, I'm going to make money on this. Oh, I'm folding my arms here. I'm going to make money on this trade. Yeah, this trade's going to pay handsomely to me. And then you become a stink buyer. Oh, that's fun. Being a stink buyer is really fun because you got the money. You have the money in your account to buy back your calls whenever you want. And you're sitting there going, you're not getting my money back. You're not getting all my money. All that money I brought in, I'm not giving all that back. I'm giving a fraction of this back. And every day that goes by, I am giving back less. Oh, this is fun. I like this game, people say. People do say that here. I like this game. Oh, yes. Good times. Thank you, everybody. IR Aaron is in the class. Giddy up, baby. We got another one. Here we go. You're in to win, my friend. Looking forward to having you. Here we go. It's going to be a great crowd. Just going to be a great crowd. Yeah. Splayer, I can understand it completely, and I'm happy how it's already working. Karim, maybe charge the $25 a month and make more than giving 70% to YouTube, perhaps, on Patreon. Alberto, thanks, everybody. Just to be honest, I've been absent due to a ton of traveling. First day at home in over a week. Welcome, our friend. Nice to have you here, pal. Uncle Bruce, I've been away from listening for this week. What's Cooking Wendy is saying, did you send the link for this Saturday's class yet? I haven't seen it. Thank you. What's Cooking Wendy? I think so. I think I did that last week. Let me correct myself. I have not sent anybody a link to the show yet. No one has a link to the class yet. You will get a link to the class with about 15 minutes, 30 minutes to go before we start the class. Yes, you will get a link because you have sent me a donation and you have sent me a private email. And because you've sent me a private email, I know what email to send it to. And Wendy, I have your email. It's here, and I'm waiting for Saturday morning, my time, 11 o'clock Western time, 2 o'clock Eastern time. We go live. You will get an email link probably about a half an hour before, approximately. Remember, folks, I do this manually, one at a time. I send out a link one at a time, and I don't do one of these big shots. Like I do them individually, And so it takes about 10, 15 minutes to get them all done. So be patient, and your link will come. Do not worry. I will not start without you, because I knock off on my list who's here and who's not here. I know exactly whether you're here or not. So right on. What's cooking, Wendy? Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. All right, we're there. Okay, great. All right, folks, if you want in on the class, make a donation and we'll get you looked after for sure. But send me a private email, and I know IR Aaron is doing that. Amy is in. Amy's in. Here we go. Okay, you convinced me. Looking forward to seeing you guys. And you don't have to worry about having a pen and paper handy, although if you want, you can write it down. You'll all get a copy of the class once it's edited out, but it should be a lot of fun, and we're going to cover a bunch of stuff. Auntie Jen, how are you?
I'm good.
I told everybody about the hockey game we went to last night.
Yes.
We went and saw the Coachella Valley Firebirds play the Calgary Wranglers.
We were tied for first place.
Both teams tied for first place in the Pacific Division, and the Calgary Wranglers ended up winning the game 3-1. And they're on the undisputed leaders of the division. Oh my God!
Yeah.
The locals are only in second place.
I was very impressed by how many people came out to watch.
I think it was 6,000 to 8,000.
I think so, at least. Yeah. And it was fun.
I think the building can hold maybe 10,000 if you stuffed it to the rafters. And we think 6,000 to 8,000 showed up yesterday.
Just tell them you paid $21 for a can of beer for me.
I bought you a can of beer for $17. You bought a beer and a cola for $21 or $22.
Yes.
And then I bought 2 sandwiches and tater tots for $51 American dollars.
My sandwich
parking was $25.
Macaroni and cheese on it.
Yeah, it had barbecued beef and macaroni and cheese on a bun. For $20 a sandwich. And I was paying for it on one of these machines, and the gal was making sure everything was working on. I said, I've always wanted to pay way too much money for food, and I finally figured out where I can do it right here at this hockey game. She starts to laugh, but she goes, "Yeah, I know it's kind of expensive."
Hey, we went in knowing.
We knew
that was part of it. How much will we pay?
How much are we gonna pay? We're gonna find out.
How much is. I must say, my first one was a draft beer.
Right.
It was lovely. It was cold. It was not what you get at baseball games.
Right.
That I used to buy beer at baseball, and I think then I paid maybe $10 for it, and thought it was hugely overpriced.
Oh boy!
How things have changed. So is Splair talking today?
Splair's here.
Oh, is he?
Yes, Splair's right here.
Well, I thought for sure he'd be watching curling with his mother today.
Don't worry, he's sending the emails. As far as you're on the list for emails, I think that's how he's doing it. So Splair's saying to everybody, yeah, if you sent him dough, he's sending you the email.
We're playing Germany.
Yeah, Splair.
Right now.
Canada's playing Germany right now in men's world curling. What are you doing here?
End.
Why are you here? Why aren't you watching it on the internet?
Missed almost half the game. Let's go.
What's the score?
2-1 Canada.
2-1. Only 2-1. What end are we in?
We're in the fourth because the
fourth
second end.
It should be 12-0 Canada right now.
In the second end, Germany blanked, and then last end they had to take one.
Wow.
So now Canada, we have the hammer back.
Canada has the hammer.
Yeah.
Wow, we up and up we go. Up where we go. Wow, we. Good times. Good times. Zed Estate, I am on the list. Oh, yes, you are. JR, good morning, Auntie Jen. Curling.
Hey, JR.
Drew, patience and staying calm are also part of this skill set, working on the patience part with every trade. But this channel makes staying calm a lot easier.
Just
Richard,
like curling.
Carlin. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Manager, I am asking SQ shorting friends to nudge it down, and they are responding with thumbs ups. I know someone who does not like me shorting SQ. There you go.
We don't like shorting.
Well, it's okay. If you want to do Squarespace, knock yourself out. John Anderson, hello, Jen. Waving
John.
and smiling, and Drew, gotta love having the hammer. You gotta love having the hammer.
Everybody wants to have the hammer.
Splair, good morning, Auntie Jen from Splair. Fool of a Took. Bruce, I'll be sending a donation for the class shortly, but will not be there on time. So do not wait for me. Haha, I will remind you in the email. No problem. BW, so Calgary can only beat the Kraken at the AAA level, huh? Auntie Jen, want to live it up. Come watch at the Pledge Arena next season. I have Kraken tickets. There you go. There were
people last night wearing Kraken jackets.
Wearing Kraken jackets and jerseys. People wearing Flames jerseys.
Chicago.
There were all kinds of jerseys from the NHL. They were all over the map. Everybody showing off their favorite team.
Uh,
True. Calgary went to Winnipeg last night and beat the Jets in Winnipeg 3-1 to tie the Jets for the final playoff
There's that
spot.
part of me that just rip off the Band-Aid. Like, just let us know we're out.
The night
Like,
before
don't
Calgary
keep
lost
hanging
to
us
Chicago. It
To
was terrible.
Chicago.
It was so bad. Swear, damn, this sounds good for Canada. And well, options expiry date. I'm here, I'm watching options expire. I'm busy, I hear you, Swear. You're making
Well, I'm
money.
watching curling even as we speak.
It's true. We're watching curling right
On
now.
my phone.
Here we go.
There's the German skip. It's just let go.
There's
His rock.
sweep that baby. Hurry! Here he's bringing it into the house, and there's the Canadian skip. He's just gonna let it go right through the house, out the door. That was a miss. He's not happy. He's not happy.
They're really having trouble.
I screwed that shot up. He's laughing at himself. Boy, did I screw that up.
They're having trouble gauging the ice.
Yikes!
They just can't.
Having trouble on the ice. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Drew, sweep.
That was the third. Sorry,
That was the third. Okay. Here we go. We had a donation for a class just come in here.
Ooh,
There's another one. There we go. They're coming on in. And we'll add them to the list.
Yeah.
Fantastic, everybody. Looking forward to the crowd that's going to be here on Saturday at 2:00 Eastern time.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun. It's
Fool
gonna
of
be
a
a
took.
good one.
We all know it's the Bruins' year to win it. Or is it the
good
Bruins'
Lord.
year to lose it?
And the Bruins farm team. is
Number one,
number
Springfield.
one.
Springfield Bruins are number one. The Calgary Flames farm team is number one, and they're just trying to get into the playoffs in the
Right.
upper. Oh my God!
Trying not to steal
difference-
from the farm team.
The
Let them
difference is unbelievable. By the way, just 7% of Americans with short-term savings are earning more than 4% interest. If you're not one of them, you could be leaving hundreds of dollars on the table. That is a headline that just came across. Only 7% of Americans are earning more than 4% interest on their money. Everyone on this channel, I think, is earning more than 4% on their money if you're writing contracts. I have a suspicion you're all earning well beyond that. Splair, that's on an annual basis, so I'm not talking monthly. Splair, well, he is laughing at least while losing the German. Yeah, I'm an idiot.
And just because this is a packed weekend, the Masters just started. If you wanna
Masters
watch the
starting
Masters.
today. World Curling is on today.
Passover,
I'm
Easter.
I'm
We're
only on
packed.
today. I'm not on tomorrow, but I'm
Ramadan
on
is
Saturday.
still on.
There's so much going on. There's all kinds of stuff going on here.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
So I'm gonna go watch curling.
You're gonna go watch curling, are you?
Go
You're
Canada.
gonna abandon us now
Yes.
and leave us in the lurch.
I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow.
You got to rest up tomorrow because Saturday morning you're gonna be busy here
I'm not-
handling all these people here.
I might
11
be
o'clock.
on
Is
the
Canada-
iPad.
Is Canada playing during the class, dear?
I'm not.
Are the
sure.
Canadians on television
I'm
during
not
that?
sure.
Are you going to have your iPad on the curling game while you're watching the questions?
I think they only do one game, which means it'll start right around the time.
Yeah.
I can do both.
I can do both. Yes, I can do both.
I
I can do it. I can watch curling and be
I
the
can do it.
moderator of this channel. I can do it. I can do it.
You
No, I
might
can.
learn new words.
Yeah, you folks, you folks who are here for the class on Saturday, you guys watch curling out of the corner of your eye, and then you give Jen heck when she's not
When I
answering
miss.
your questions. Hey, Jen, I just noticed the takeout on the sixth end. Hey, you
Yeah,
better be
yeah.
watching what we're doing here. Yes, that's true.
Oh, this nice rock Germany just threw.
Oh man! Oh man!
Oh, no, that's a
man.
really good rock.
Fool of a Tuka. Good point. At least we got rid of Tuka Rask, the king of choking. Splair, how are you watching? Are you using VPN or is there a casual web page for it?
I'm a VPN.
She's a VPN. What are you on?
I'm on
TSN.ca?
TSN.
She's on TSN.ca. www.tsn.ca is how she watches.
But
Wing Commander, guess who made his
you
first
must go-
Redbubble order supporting Uncle Bruce? Way to go, Wing Commander.
Somewhere, I would hope Germany, you can somehow see your national team play this sport.
Oh, yeah. German national television, I'm sure, is covering a curling match
Somewhere.
from Ottawa, Canada, between Canada and Germany.
How
Oh,
can
I'm
they-
sure this is German television at its best.
How can they possibly encourage people to play this game if you don't see it?
Don't watch soccer. Don't watch football. Watch curling instead, Germans. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and
That's
what's that
funny.
other game? It's called ice walking or something.
What are you talking about?
It's a different winter sport that gets more attention and has more stadiums and more places to play than curling in Germany. It's a traditional game for them,
I don't know what she's
or
talking
curling is a traditional game for Scotland.
about. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. BW, I remember that happened the last time my team had the best smoking hot record going to the postseason. The 2001 Seattle Mariners with 116 regular season wins. They were out of it in the first round.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't know how to lose.
Nico just
they don't
signed
know
up
how
for
to come
Saturday's class. See you all then. Right on, Nico. Splair will miss both this weekend. Happy Easter time for Uncle Bruce and Jen. Mandu number 5, 145 thumbs ups. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for these thumbs
Bye,
ups.
everybody.
There's a thumbs ups for Auntie Jen. Rock and roll.
See you Saturday.
See, you got it. Saturday it is. We're off tomorrow, but we're on Saturday morning, and I look forward to it. So does Jen. Going to be great. We're down 117 on the Dow, a 12-point drop on S&P, NASDAQ down 48, oil down 29 cents a barrel. That's where we're at right there. We've got a 129 gain on Western Alliance Bancorp. AI is up 177. Unity is up 21 cents. Sextera is up 0.2 of a penny. GameStop is unchanged. SoFi down just 5 cents this morning. Tesla down 268. ATIP is at 23.9, down 1.7. Apple down 80 cents. HPQ down a dime. First Republic Bank down a penny. Google up 51 cents. Moderna down 38. Cisco down 86. Pfizer down a penny. IBM down 76 cents. Microsoft down 27 cents. ME is up 0.4 of a penny. Matterport is up half a penny. Rocket Lab down 1 penny. SmartRent up 1 penny. Spire up 0.7 of a penny. We're talking nothing going on here, kids. So we're talking very, very quiet here on this market. Home Depot down 265. Amazon down 50 cents. Netflix down $8. Vanik down 150. Adobe down 448. Goldman Sachs up 8 cents. Boeing down 16 cents. Facebook, Meta down 172 at the moment. I got to tell you something I watched yesterday. I found this last night. Maybe many of you might know it. I don't know. But I caught this last night and I was fascinated. I was just, sitting here looking at my computer and reviewing my life. And I came across a YouTube suggested video. And it had to do with the richest people in the world. I saw another video. It was something about the top selling musical artists of all time. And anyway, I think it was something. There's a channel called something data something. Anyway, what happens is you click on the video and you see this graph in front of you, and it's just bars going across. And in the bottom corner is a time clock. And in the case of all-time music sales, it started around 1970, I think, is when the meter started. And the top musical artist at that time were the Beatles, telling you how many sales of, I don't know what, albums, I guess. And then the meter started to run like 1970, January, February, March, April, into 1971, 1972. And as the clock is running along, these bars are moving. There are the top 15 selling artists of all time. They're shifting. And you see these new artists show up, like Three Dog Night shows up, or Led Zeppelin shows up in 1971. And watching it, the graph moving higher and lower as the Beatles become number 2 or number 1. Elvis Presley starts dropping up. Fascinating. You're sitting there going, oh, in 74, the Doobie Brothers. Oh, 77 was this group. ABBA showed up in 76, and the 80s, and then the 90s. And then you see the artists of today start to show up. And Taylor Swift shows up in the 2000s, and Billy Joel. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And in the shifting positions, you get hooked on. You get hooked on watching this video as the clock runs through the 90s and the 2000s to 2010, 15, 2020, 21, 22, 23. All these sales numbers, unbelievable. The richest people of all time, the richest people in the world from 1970 to now. The companies with the highest market cap, the most popular websites of all time. Again, the graphs, you see names. You remember going, Netscape. Oh, I remember Netscape. AOL was the number 1 visited website of all time in 1990, something like that. and watch them drop off and disappear from existence, and other new names come in and go, and it is so fun to watch these. If you ever get a chance to watch these YouTube videos, it's a great way to clear your head of your worries of the day as you're just living through the last couple of decades and go, oh, this is cool. This is really neat to watch. Dozens and dozens and dozens of topics. Really cool stuff. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody. And here we go. BW Bruce, Wing mentioned the Redbubble store. Do you know if you're able to see if they can have their T-shirts made with 100% cotton? I'd like to load up on Rugman shirts. Go to my Rugman store or my Rugman store. Go to my my Redbubble store. The link is again on my homepage. There's a little round logo. You click in there, and you'll find my product. You'll find the selection of T-shirts. You'll see all the logos. As you scroll down the page, you'll see all the logos available. You'll find the Rugman logo. And then click on the Rugman logo. It'll show you all the available products for Rugman, including the shirts. And then when you click on them, it'll tell you what they're made of. So that's the most I can give you. I am certain there are cotton T-shirts available. Blended T-shirts available, various, and I think they disclose that info. I think they do. So give it a shot. Somewhere in the sports TV channels, curling is probably mentioned, maybe in the paid ones, I guess. I don't watch regular TV since like for 5 years. And is Jen meaning something with the skis? Here it's popular. No, it's nothing to do with skiing. I don't know what she's talking about. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, did you get my email? I probably did, Lorraine. I'm certain I did. I just haven't had time to look this morning. But yeah, here it is. I got it. I got your donation. You're in the class. I got you. You're good to go. You're good to go, okay? Amy is here. Aaron is here. Laurie is here. Daniel is here. I got them all. They're all coming in. Thank you all so much for registering for I'll get you all set up, and it's all good. It's all good. You'll get emails. You'll get links on Saturday for sure before the show starts. Fool of a Took by BW. No, sir. The last time was 2018-19, the Lightning, who currently hold the record for wins in the season, they got swept in the first round by Columbus. Hoping that doesn't happen to Boston this year. Zeta State. Yes, I saw this video. There's also a video that shows world population. That's right. They show that. They show military spending. They show inflation in the world. They show populations of cities in the United States since 17-something hundred. Really good stuff. It's a moving, adjusting graphs. The graph bars move for each city as they rank, go up and down, and they shift with the totals. Really neat. It's fun to watch. Really cool. Fool. Yeah, the Mariners team was great until the postseason. Mirko just sold two times AI $25 calls, July's for $4.49 a contract, catching dollars. Way to go. AI is sitting right now at 23.06. And Merkel was writing out of the money calls for $4.49. Nice job. Zeta State. GameStop is green. 22.16 up a dime. Sixtera is up 0.2 of a penny. Unity is up 49. AI up 201. Western Alliance up 150. SoFi down just 5 cents. Tesla down 159. ATIP down 1.2 cents. And coming up to 24.4. It's climbing. Apple down 77 cents. HPQ up 2. First Republic Bank up 17. Google's up 85. Moderna's up 61. We're getting green here. Some green arrows are beginning to show up here and there. NASDAQ's just down 24. S&P's down 7. And the Dow's off 83 right now. Alex, I picked up 100. SoFi and 3,000 ATIP. I've got 10,000 ATIP now with a 52-cent average. There you go. There it is right there. That sucker hits $1 and you're laughing. That sucker hits $2. You are really laughing. And then you're writing contracts for $2.50, $3 and buying even more stock. You are laughing. Ha ha ha. That's what I'd be doing if I were doing that. I'd be laughing. Way to go, everybody. There you have it. Bring your averages down if you can. Giddy up, all. We're into thumbs ups numbers now. Let's take a look. We have got 153 thumbs ups on the show. Thank you all so very, very much. We're 1 hour and 40 minutes into the two hour show. We got 20 minutes to go to get the 200 thumbs ups. If you can help us get there, thank you so much. BW, fool of a took in hockey. Oh, yeah, I just spoke with the local team that rode those Winston playoffs and fell off a cliff. No gas left in the playoffs. And that's the thing, that the danger of getting to the playoffs on a roll like that, and then you think it's all going to be easy, and it's not. Sometimes teams that just make it into the playoffs by the skin of their teeth become the hottest playoff teams because they're just happy to be there and they're not letting go of the momentum. It's fascinating. It's a whole other season in the playoffs. So much fun. Can't wait to see ATIP at a buck. I can't wait, Bruce. BW, oh, gotcha. Fool of a took. Bruce, the military spending one is a doozy. Fool of a took. Very eye-opening, these videos. They really are. They're really cool if you get a chance to check them out. Absolutely fascinating, these moving graphs. I think if you want to do a search on something like that, you do something like most populated cities in the world or something like that. You'll find YouTube suggestions come up. You'll find with these videos with these bar graphs. And the richest man in the world, like the richest people in the world, that's an interesting one. The biggest capitalization companies of the world, market cap companies. That's really cool to watch. And you see how Apple just goes from zero, comes on the bar, comes on the graph, and just goes right up as it passes all these companies that have been on the bar graphs for years. And Apple just shows up and just blows away everybody. Really neat. It's really neat to watch these companies rise and drop and adjust. And as time goes by, takes you back. Very eye-opening indeed. Splair, damn, Alex, respect for that achievement. I'm actually only trying to get to 1,000 ATIP. Everybody has their niche. We wherever you are is where we're at, and we grow from there. 22.29 on GameStop, up 22 cents now. A little gain there. Okay. Unity up 52, AI up 227, Western Alliance up 179. We got SoFi only down 2 cents at 572. Tesla down 91, ATIP down 1.2 cents. ATIP is coming back on a little bit and a little bit and a little bit more from what I can tell at this point in time. And I'm not sure, but I think the volume of ATIP is 561,000 shares. That is pretty high volume on ATIP today. If I'm not mistaken, that is quite aggressive. Cyxtera volume at 31.1, 209,000. ATIP is out trading Cyxtera today. ATIP usually trades 30 to 50,000 shares by this point in time, so something's going on. I guess Apple down 61 cents. GameStop volume today at 22.26 a share, 464,000 shares on GameStop. That's not heavy, but it is a little higher so far, up 19 cents on the session. The Dow still down 89. S&P is down 5.5. NASDAQ down 14. These markets are improving. Definitely coming on right now. And that's not surprising. It's option expiry day. And I would figure there would be downward movement, upward movement, downward movement. That's what I'm thinking is going on here. All right. ATI is not ATIP, says the Big E. Splair, ATI at $4 to $6 with writing the first calls will be interesting. And in the money call 5 could bring you $50 for sure, $50 or 50 cents a contract. Yeah, ATIP is trading at 24.4 cents on 561,000. ATIP, physical therapy, that is very high volume for this stock all of a sudden. That's all I got. We're down 1.2. The low of 23.4, now 24.4. So it's come back a penny from its opening lows. Somebody got blown out today, obviously. Now there's nibbling coming in, I guess. That's where I see it. Google up $1, Moderna up 97 cents, Cisco still down 78, Pfizer down a penny, IBM down 76, Microsoft down 26 cents. There you go. ME, Matterport, Rocket Lab, SmartRent, Spire, they're all up. They're all going up. 2.5 cents for ME. Matterport is up 4. Rocket Lab up 5.6 cents. SmartRent right now is actually unchanged, and Spire is up 1.8 cents. They're all higher. Just all turned green. There's the Cyxtera green, and just waiting on ATIP to come green. If it wants to join the party, it needs to come another penny. Penny and a half will make it green too. I don't know. 20-cent gain on GameStop. 22.27, everybody. Let's see. Splair says, I always say ATI, but, you know, that P, I mean it. I just don't add the P, but I should add the P. There you go. Stock symbols, very important. Get them right. Very important. There you have it. Giddy up, everybody. Headline: When CDs are guaranteeing 5%, should you even think about buying stock? Those are the headlines that are out there all over the place. People are being asked, hey, if I can get 5% on a guaranteed investment certificate, why should I buy stock? Why should I buy any stock at all? I'm sure there are pension fund managers and ETF managers sitting on billions and billions of dollars asking themselves the same question. If I can get 5% guaranteed return on my money on an insured product, why should I buy stock? Because now stock has to outdo 5% for the next year or two or three or four or five. Who's going to do that with this economy the way it's going? These are legitimate questions being asked out there. Option writers don't have to worry about those questions. They make way more money than that. Bama Babe, come on, Easter Bunny Market. Drop the eggs for us today. Those stocks, giddy up. Tiff, did Uncle Rich just say he should 8p? What's going on here? Too many Germans in this channel. Too many Germans. Having too much fun here. There you go. Cyxtera is up 0.2 of a penny, 31.2 cents. It's going higher. Oh, how about that? Yes, fun times at the OK Corral, everybody. Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're going to have a good long weekend coming up, except for those of you coming to the class on Saturday. You're here to work. You're here to get smarter, here to learn to get richer. Looking forward to having you all join us on Saturday. It should be a lot of fun. I look forward to your comments and questions. We're going to get into that. Should be a good time. Everybody, thank you for the thumbs ups coming now. We have the thumbs up meter is at 157. Thank you so much. The one way that I can thank you all is right here. The old knee emoji attack. Thank you all for being part of the show today and hanging out with us. Splairs here making the knee emojis happen. You betcha, Splair. Thank you, pal. Neat. The knees are out there. The Knights of Knee are out there telling the markets to behave themselves and treat us kindly. We're here to make money on options, and the Knights of Knee are overseeing all of that. Aurora agrees. The knee attack is underway. The big E is here with a Z at the end. There you go. Knee. There we go. You got to love that. The knee attack has begun. Thank you all so much for joining in on all of the fun that we like to have around here. TJ, neat. Larry Titus, neat. There come the knee attacks. There's no stopping. Even Larry Titus is in on it. You gotta love that. When Larry hits the knee attack, you know it's real. There's no kidding around here. JR, neat. There it goes. 159 thumbs ups, and even curling rocks are coming in here. Richard Carlin, neat. JR, Blair, neat. Anyone just joining this channel right now is wondering what the hell are they doing over there, and why does this guy read all the comments? What's with this host with the knee attacks? What's with this guy? He looks like a bald, hairless Canadian, homeless, hairless Canadian. Why do they hang out with this guy all the time? Oh, they make money. That's why. Oh, that's right. Forgot that part. That's why they're here. Thank you all for joining in with the knee attacks. Z Estate, neat. There it goes. No stopping it, Splair. Neat. Not going to stop the knee attacks whatsoever. Thank you all so much for being here today. It's great to have you. Z Estate, here's another curling rock for you. Canadian curlers are curling today. Here we go with the emojis. Have fun with the emojis, kids. Thank you all so much. Why are they here? This is why they're here. Why do people hang out on this channel? This is the reason they hang out on this channel versus other channels. You're making money around here. You want to make some money? Hang around here for a while. I think you can make money around this neighborhood. Just learn how options work and start writing. Always be writing. Splair, curling rock, knee emoji, thumbs up, knee emoji. Curling rock. There you go. Mixing it up, everybody. Thank you. 161 thumbs ups. We need 39 more to get to the promised land of 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all for participating with the knee attack and helping out with the thumbs ups. I do appreciate that very much. Fantastico. Welcome all. Karen is here. Neat. Don't forget me. I'm here. Thank you all for being part of the show. Yes, AI up 175, Unity up 29, Cyxtera up 0.2 of a penny. GameStop up 22 cents. SoFi had a little run. Now it's back off again. It's down 9 cents. Tesla 183.54 down 198. ATIP 24.3. Come on, ATIP. Let's take a shot and go to $2 a share. Let's really upset some short sellers out there and just rake them over the coals. Why not? Apple down 83 cents. HPQ down a nickel. Come on, babies. Let's make some money in the markets. Giddy up, everybody. Having fun in the markets. Trying to make a few dollars. Pay some bills. Yeah, Mandu, neat, Druda, neat. Right on, guys. Thank you. Thank you all for being part of this channel today and hanging out with us. It's Thursday, option expiry day today. We're closed tomorrow. I will not be on the air tomorrow, Friday. It's Easter Friday. I wish you all a very wonderful Easter. I will be here Saturday morning running a class at 11 o'clock Western time, 2 o'clock Eastern time. So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon for you East Coast viewers. 2 o'clock Eastern time, Saturday. The class is on. Class number 15, lesson 15. Come on in here. JR, come on, SoFi, go up. I swear that dog looks sweet. Giddy up. People love dogs. People love cats. People love everything. It's fantastic. We're down 92 on the Dow at the moment, down 6 cents on oil. That is the story. And I'm sticking to it at this point in time. Welcome all to the party. Welcome all to the show today. It's great to have you around as we watch these markets go through their gyrations. Another fun day, another fun time, to say the least. What can I say? Macron is in China today, saying hi to the president or whatever his name is of China. Xi, or whatever his name is. Yeah. What can I say? Let's see what's going on here. Rock and roll. Investors retreat from commercial real estate bonds. That's what we've been talking about. I've been talking about this for a while. Investors retreat from real estate bonds. Office vacancies, rising rates have investors demanding greater yields for commercial mortgage debt. Prices of bonds backed by commercial mortgages have recently dropped to levels not seen since the early days of the pandemic, pointing to a growing economic threat stemming from office vacancies and rising interest rates. Very interesting. Well, that's funny. Yes. There's a real interesting article all about this in the Wall Street Journal. Very interesting reading there. I think also the other area that is being concerned about is apartment building bonds. These bonds that were issued to finance the building of apartment buildings. So there's issues there. Lower rents might be happening in the next few years, and that might be problematic for bondholders, especially pension funds and others, even banks. See what's going on there. Israel hit by rocket barrage from Lebanon. That's not good news. There will be a response to that. You can't have that. Watch for those activities. Yes. We shall see what we shall see. Here's something interesting. The hockey great, Chris Chelios, he's asking $75 million for a Malibu beach house. He's making more money in real estate than he made playing hockey. Wow, that's interesting. Paradise Cove property is located among some of the most luxurious and sought-after homes in the California beach city. Wow. Mr. Chelios, who retired from the NHL in 2010, he purchased the house for $6 million in 2003, 20 years ago. Records show Mr. Chelios said they live primarily in his native Chicago, but the Malibu property has long served as a getaway for the couple and their 4 children. The guest level, they say they're located in the private cove area. The property contains a 4-bedroom main house on a bluff overlooking the beach, which connects via a private stairway to a 1-bedroom guest bungalow closer to the sand. The guest house level has 3 large decks for entertaining, dining, and stargazing. One is set up with a hot tub and a barrel sauna, says Mr. Chelios. Very nice views of the Pacific Ocean for sure. Interesting that he has a house of that caliber. Well done there, Mr. Chelios. The tri-level main house dates to the 1980s and the spans about 3,795 square feet. Has high ceiling skylights, a fireplace, a wall of windows that opens to the outdoors, a loft-style bedroom on the top floor is ocean views. He said his love affair with Malibu began in the 90s when he was playing for the Chicago Blackhawks. After a game against LA Kings, he was introduced to the actor Tony Danza, he said. Mr. Danza, who had a home in Malibu, espoused the joys of living in the beach city. And Mr. Chelios was intrigued. He and his wife decided to check it out and ended up renting a Malibu home. They went on to own 2 homes there, spending summers on the beach with the family, even if they frequently moved from city to city for his hockey career. In Malibu, there were no distractions, Mr. Chelios said. In the early 2000s, he heard that a large property was coming out on the market in Paradise Cove, so he made inquiries. It turned out the seller was a friend of a friend who wound up taking his offer over several others. He gave me the deal of the century, Mr. Chelios said. Over the last decade, he and his wife gradually updated the main house, adding more modern features and redoing the windows and bedrooms, he said. When in Malibu, the family spends most of their time outside, the hockey veteran said. He and 2 of his children surf, he said, so they frequently paddle up to the popular spot waves at the Point Dune. He said he also enjoys the sunrises, which light up the cliffs bright red in the mornings. Well, how about that? Kind of nice. One of Mr. Chelios' neighbors recently sold a home for $91 million. Other transactions include a $100 million purchase by media billionaire Brian Allen in 2022 and venture capitalist Mark Anderson's 2021 purchase of a $177 million home. That's right, $177 million. Mr. Chelios says he finds it hard to fathom how much property values have risen in Malibu since he purchased there. Never in a million years that I think that this is going to happen. Interesting stuff. There you go. Well, way to go there, Mr. Chelios. You're going to make yourself some dough. If you could sell this house for your asking price or anywhere near $75 million, you will do extremely well with that move. Probably making more money on that transaction than many years of his years as a player. And I think he played until age 48, 49. He played a long time in the NHL as a defenseman, made some good dough, but this real estate market is making it even better for him. Well done indeed. Isn't that something? Well, there you go. You never know with real estate. You never know. Very, very fascinating. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Splitter may be helpful for the first time of viewers. Actually, it's 10:24 Eastern time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. It's 7:30 a.m., 10:30 Eastern. Yeah, it's 10:30 Eastern time now. Yeah, Kareem, do you think we could see some sort of a squeeze on SoFi when it hits profits? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, W. Walters, why is AMC up 72 cents? There's a judge that has delayed the merger of the common and preferred shares and the rollback. And so there's a relief rally. I have no idea. Idiots are buying AMC today. Anyone buying AMC with this high price, you're a moron. You're guaranteed to lose money. I have no idea what's going on there, Mr. Walters. Willie, 167 on the thumbs up meter here. Brian, Uncle Bruce, 76 million shares of GameStop are directly registered and off the market. 25% of the shares outstanding. That has to be bullish to have an investor base like that. What are your thoughts? I guess, although those shares can still be sold, but yes, I see actually court dismissed ape conversion. Maybe that's the reason. It hasn't dismissed. They've delayed it. Yes. BW, yesterday, higher volume. They were able to drive GameStop down. Today, pre-split volume, 125,000 shares in the first hour, and they can move it up 30 cents. There's really a few sellers today. Rugman cometh, maybe. We'll see. The markets themselves are really not going anywhere. We're down 1/4 percentage point on the Dow. That's it, 1/4 point. We're down 1/4 point on NASDAQ too. There's nothing going on here. Very, very quiet at the moment. There you have it. 22.38 on GameStop, up 31 cents. That's all we have. Cyxtera up 1/10 of a penny. SoFi down 9 cents. ATIP down 1.3. Tesla down 147. It's a quiet one today. Option expiry date, long weekend coming up. Who wants to be long going into the long weekend? I ask you, who wants to be long going into Easter? With all that's going on in the world, I suppose there are folks that are reluctant to jump in and go crazy. And some are just, not even participating. We're up 32 on GameStop, 22.39 near the high of the day. There you go. Well, very, very, very good. Well, we'll see what's going on here. We'll follow this. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for those of you who are coming in to join the class. Another joiner, Derek. You're in. Send me a private email, Derek, so I have your private email address. Okay, right on, pal. Looking forward to having you here. Send me a private email so I can send you a link to the class. Nikos, I got you. Amy, I got you. IR Aaron, I got you. Lorraine, you're in. Way to go, you guys. We'll get you added in here for sure. Also, Danielle, we got you today. Folks are coming in here today to make sure. Andrew is here. Yep, Andrew, AG, I got you. Fantastic. All we'll get you all covered here. Mina, we got you, Mina. No problem. It's all good. John, I got you. Yep. I got you. Okay, guys, we'll get you going here. Bobby and all the others who've done this. Jeffrey, we got you, buddy. You bet. Looking forward to getting you the links Saturday before the class starts, about a half hour before, give or take. Just give me enough time to get them up, and we'll take care of you. Fantastic, everybody. It's a very quiet day today. Looking forward to seeing you all on Saturday at 2:00 Eastern time. 170 thumbs ups. It's a miracle. We have 170 thumbs ups. It's just a miracle. There are so few people here today. There's so little going on. Thank you all for throwing a thumbs up our way. I appreciate it. We've hit the 2-hour mark of the show, and I thank you all so much for this. I want to wish you all a very happy Easter. Keep an eye on this market the rest of the day, the rest of the way, and join me Saturday morning. Those of you who've signed up for the class, I look forward to seeing you Saturday morning my time, but 2 in the afternoon Eastern time. I look forward to seeing you Saturday afternoon, 2:00 Eastern time. Jen and I will be firing up the old machine here and getting you all registered in, and she'll moderate the class. And I look forward to having you pop in. We're now at 173 thumbs ups. Thank you, all of you on the rerun. Those of you giving us a thumbs up, thank you. You're probably going to put us over 200 today. I really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of the weekend. If you're not in on the class, you'll see us again on Monday morning. I look forward to joining with you then. You never know. There might be a video or two coming out this weekend. You never know what comes up on this channel. So keep your eyes peeled for any notifications from this channel. Thank you, all of you who have signed up for new membership rollovers. Thank you. Those of you who upgraded your memberships to gold level status, thank you so much, guys. You are fantastic. I appreciate all of you for that. That is absolutely wonderful. Good stuff, everybody. Mandu, you deserve every single thumbs up. Thank you, says Mandu number 5. Thank you. Splayer, all right, all. I'm leaving already. Have a relaxed, enjoyable long weekend, and cuddle your loved ones or your lovely pets a little more than usual for me. John Anderson, thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend. Dude, way to go, Uncle Bruce. Great show. Neat. Says John Anderson right there. Larry Titus, happy Easter. I had my first Passover sober sad hour yesterday. Yes, I'm double dipping religions. More food that way, Giddy up. Way to go, pal. It's all about the food, man. It's all about the food. Thank you all. We're up 41 cents on GameStop, the 22.48. And congratulations to all of you option writers. You're getting richer and richer and more successful. It is absolutely fantastic to see and witness. I'm really excited for all of you out there. Keep up the good work, everybody. And we'll see you Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Be there or be square for the class number 15 Advanced Poor Man Cover Call Training Strategies. We got a bunch of new stuff to reveal to you guys on Saturday. Okay, everybody, have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye from Palm Desert, California.